This could be an alternative winter holiday roast situation for everybody who's tired of turkey and rib roasts. This is a whole leg of lamb roasted on stuffing with some salad and a sauce that's kind of inspired by mulled cider. Start with the stuffing. I've got a big onion, a bunch of celery, and like a pound of carrots. Just get them into tiny pieces however you want, and I will fry them in a whole stick of butter right in my roasting tray. These won't get a ton of cooking time in the stuffing, so they really need to soften right now. What people in the US call stuffing or dressing in this context is generally a savory bread pudding that also incorporates drippings from the roast. I've got 2 big loaves of challah here. Eggy breads are particularly good for stuffing, but any bread will work. Get it into little chunks however you can, and you can leave these out overnight to dry, which will make them more solid in the stuffing, or in my case, I'm just throwing these on a sheet pan in my gas grill as it heats up. You could do this whole recipe in the oven, but I'm using the grill today. Move things around to make sure nothing on the bottom is burning, and when I've got a little nice color and things are getting crispy, I will stop. Leave that to get hot for the lamb. Bread in with the veggies, and that was only half of my challah, but I can already tell I'm going to need the other half. It's going to compress. Time to get the lamb started. This is a 6-pound, almost 3-kilo bone-in leg of lamb, a taste of spring in winter thanks to the magic of freezers and globalism. The butcher tied this, but it's totally unnecessary and frankly does almost nothing unless the leg has been boned out. A boneless leg would be fine. I'm just oiling this up and coating it with tons of salt and pepper. I don't think we need to do much else given that we're going to have this with a sauce. On it goes to the grill to brown on all sides on high heat. In the oven, I'd do like maximum temperature and do it on a sheet pan. To make this stuffing taste like winter holidays to me, I'm putting in some dried thyme and sage, lots of pepper, lemon zest if you have a lemon. Sounds weird, but it really freshens this up. Couple of eggs if you want your stuffing to be solid like a casserole. If you want crumbly stuffing, skip the egg. A pinch of salt to start with, but not too much because this cartoned chicken broth is salty. To make crumbly stuffing, just get the bread a little wet. Don't soak it. To get solid stuffing, soak it. But still don't get things fully wet because the roast is going to leak into here as well. Stir that and I'll definitely need the rest of my bread. If anything, that's too wet. Go easy on moisture. I'm comfortable tasting this raw for seasoning, but if you're not comfortable with the health risk, just eyeball it conservatively because the roast will drop some salt in here as well. Probably shouldn't have left the roast unattended as it is currently on fire. That'll happen. Big fat cap on the lamb, highly flammable. It's going to be fine, but I should have watched that closer. Learn from my mistakes. Now that the roast has browned, I'm going to lay it on my stuffing to capture all of the delicious lamb fat that's going to melt out. And I will cook this very slowly in low heat. In the oven, I do like 250 Fahrenheit, 120 C. I'll need a meat thermometer, and for that, I have Thyme, sponsor of this video. Thyme Sync is a 2-probe wireless thermometer powered by the latest Bluetooth 5.4, super stable, no drop connections. The probes charge in this base, which has a big, beautiful TFT screen where it's got the built-in Wi-Fi bridging module, so I can sync to my phone and then watch my cook anywhere in the world that has internet. Most other wireless thermometers display on the base or on your phone, not both. The probe has 6 sensors each to show you the ambient temperature and to look for the coolest spot in the meat, which is what you want to go by. Just one sensor might hit an isolated hot spot, give you a misleading reading. Also, with 2 probes, I can independently measure 2 totally different areas of the meat. A big complex roast like this does not cook evenly, as you can see. If I want it to cook more evenly, I can turn up the flame on the cool side. Thyme is running an early Black Friday deal where you can save 20% off the Thyme Sync and get free shipping. Just hit the link in the description below and check the Apply 20% off box. Thank you, Thyme. So yeah, once I got roasting, I turned my attention to this quick sauce. I'm just snipping in some fresh ginger, no need to peel. Smash some garlic cloves, and in they go, no peeling. This half an onion I have left over, and the zest of 2 oranges that I will also put in the sauce. And some wintry spices, cinnamon stick, and a few cloves. All that juice. Christmas orange is a thing, look it up. Heat on, and then I'll throw in a carton of stock and boil until everything is soft and we've reduced by about half. Strain out the solids and discard. Liquid comes back in the pan and I will thicken it by stirring in some cornstarch slurry, just cornstarch in a little cold water. It thickens immediately when you're at a simmer, so just get it as thick as you want it. I want a gravy vibe for a holiday roast, so pretty thick. And now I will taste it and start adding things to it. Soy sauce for both salt and umami, molasses or some other kind of sweetener, vinegar for brightness, salt and pepper, etc. There, that tastes really good in the gravy boat. After like like 45 minutes of slow roasting, the hot side has reached 130 Fahrenheit, 55 C, which is really good for like a medium pink lamb. But I want to leave the cool side a little rarer for me, so we're done. I love uneven roasts for the holidays because some people inevitably like their meat more done than I do. Roast goes on the board to rest, and now we can make this stuffing look much more attractive by smoothing it out, and if it looks a little too wet, you could throw it back in the grill or in the oven for a while, but I'm just going to throw it under the broiler for a few minutes to brown the top, which is going to make it a lot more appetizing. Last thing I can prepare is a simple side salad. Pre-washed bagged greens are my friend on holidays. They save so much stress. Butter lettuce and some microgreens, and I've got the leaves from my celery from before. Great in salad. Here's the lemon from before. Just simple lemon juice, olive oil, little pepper, tiny pinch of salt, toss, done. Stuffing is done, and now it's time to carve. This will feed like 8 people, and I think the easiest way is to simply shave a whole lobe of meat off of the bone, lay that flat on the board, and then slice through. Super easy. The stuffing tastes deeply of lamb fat, which is pretty awesome in my book. Lay some slices on there. I love eating a really tart salad with a fatty meat like this. Lemon cuts the fat. And since we sacrificed our drippings to the stuffing, here is our conjured from nothing, sweet and sour and spicy gravy. A taste of spring around a warm winter's table. Thank you, sheep and freezers.